Welcome everybody, my name is Dee from Yoga Bayside. This is just a short Pilates video for your arms, just to build some endurance and strength in your arms. And we're going to start with the arms wide. So just find a way to sit that you can sit comfortably. So whether that's cross-legged or up on something, even on a chair if you fancy. And we're just going to make little circles back. So circling the arms back. And as much as you can, we're keeping the spine just nice and tall. 3, 2, 1, and then go forward. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now make medium-sized circles, so a little bigger going back. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, forward. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now go back. Big circles. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Forward. And they don't have to be the biggest circles we've ever done, just bigger than your medium-sized circles. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to medium-sized circles, going backwards. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and forward. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. When are you there? 3, 2, 1. The last set, little circles back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and forward. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the arms up. And then bring your arms to 90-degree angles. And then we're going to squeeze the elbows and palms towards each other. Don't worry if they don't touch. And then open wide. Squeeze in, open wide. That's it. Squeeze it in, open wide, squeeze in and hold it. 3, 2, 1, open. Squeeze it in and open. Squeeze it in and open. Squeeze it in and hold it. 3, 2, 1, open. Last set. Close and squeeze. Open, close and squeeze. Open, close and squeeze. Open, close and squeeze and hold it. 3, 2, 1. Take your arms wide. Turn your palms up towards the ceiling. Turn the palms down, rotating your thumb up as far as you can. And then rotate your little finger up as far as you can. Now you're not rolling the shoulders back and forward as you do this. The movement is just happening with the upper arm bone in the shoulder socket. So you're not doing this. Okay, so just keeping your spine nice and tall and neutral. And just let the arm bone roll in the shoulder socket. And you're kind of squeezing a little bit at the end of each range. So you turn little finger up and kind of squeeze. And then turn the thumb up and kind of squeeze. 3 more, little finger up, squeeze. Thumb up, squeeze. Last 2, little finger, squeeze. Thumb up, squeeze. Little finger up, squeeze. Thumb up, squeeze. Palms up to the ceiling, arms up. And then take them behind your back and just interlace the fingers and roll your shoulders open. Stretch your knuckles away. Keep your chin just parallel to the floor. And then release your hands. And we're going to come to lie on the belly. And so you might even just watch me for the first one of these. So I'm going to lie on my belly with my right hand on top of my left hand. Actually, I'm going to show you from the front like this. In a nice straight line, my shoulders are nice and relaxed. And now I'm going to keep my left hand on the floor, and I'm going to keep my right hand glued to my forehead as I lift up. And then slowly come back down. And so if you like, you can keep the left elbow on the floor if it feels like a lot and lower, or if it feels okay, you can lift that left elbow like this. Good, and then keep it going. Lift and lower. And if you can lift really high, don't. I want you to keep a bend in that left elbow. So rather than lifting so much that you straighten the left arm, I don't want you to do that. I want you to keep a bend in the elbow so the arm is really working. We've got 5 more. Lift and lower. 4, lift and lower. 3, lift and lower. Last 2 and lower. Last 1 and lower down, and just relax for a moment. Take a few deep breaths into your belly there. And then we're just going to switch hands. You're going to put your left hand on top now, and then you're going to glue your forehead to your left hand. So wiggle your elbows back to relax your shoulders if you like. And now you're going to push into the right hand to lift up. Now maybe that right elbow lifts, or maybe it stays on the floor. And then lower back down. And then lifting up. And lowering back down. Keep it going. If you're feeling it in your lower back, I don't want you to go as high. So it really doesn't matter how high you go. In fact, don't go too high, even if you know that you can do. Only 5 more. Lift and lower. 4 more. Lift and lower. Last 3 and lower. Last 2 and lower. And last 1 and lower all the way down and relax. Just take a few deep breaths into your belly. If you want to press back into child's pose, you can, just to give your lower back a little stretch, only if it's comfortable. And then when you're ready, coming back to all fours, you're just going to walk your feet back towards the back of your mat. Wrists under your shoulders to start. And then I want you to walk your hands forward like a full hand's length. And then once you have your hands forward, shift the hips and the shoulders forward so that you bring your body into a straight line from the knees to the hips and the shoulders. And so I like to kind of have my knees just a teeny tiny bit wider than perhaps you normally would doing something like this. And your hands maybe a little bit wider too. And you're going to lean into your left hand and then come onto the right fingertips and take your right arm straight out alongside the right ear. And so try not to lift your hips back like this. Try not to let them sag down like this. Keep that nice straight line. And then lower the right hand to the floor. Lean into your right hand and take your left arm forward. So see, try to create that nice straight line. Lower the left. And if it feels like a lot, you can just be on the tips of the fingers. So you might just be on the right fingertips, or you take your right arm forward. And then lower the right, and then left arm forward. And then lower. We've got 4 more. Feel free to rest if you like. Right arm forward. And lower. Left arm forward. Squeeze your glutes to help keep you stable. And lower. Last 2. Right arm. And lower. And then left arm. And lower. And pause here. So even without the knees lifted, there's still a lot of work here through your core, and we're just holding it. So without sticking the backside up, without sagging the hips down, keep that straight line. So cinch your ribs in, cinch your belly in, hold it. You might feel your arms working too. I do. So imagine that you're squeezing your thumbs towards each other to fire up your arms a little bit more. So imagine you're trying to get your thumbs to touch, but your hands are stuck. Hold it for 10, 9, we're having a break after this, 8, 7, keep squeezing the thumbs, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then lift the hips. Sit back towards the heels and just come to sit. Now if you're not comfortable on your heels, just sit cross-legged, doesn't matter. And then we're taking the right arm under the left arm and binding your forearms. And if it feels uncomfortable to bind your forearms, just rest your hands on your shoulders instead. And think about bringing your elbows in line with your shoulders. And then you're just going to round your back a little and let your elbows drop down towards your belly as you let your head fall forward. And then lift the elbows, lift the chest. Unwind the arms and switch the left arm under the right, either binding those forearms or holding onto your shoulders. And then leaning back to round your back and let your elbows drop in towards your belly. Let your head just naturally fall forward. And then slowly lifting up. Unwind the arms. Come back to all fours. Walking your hands now back to the top of your mat. And then you're going to step your right foot back and your left foot back into plank. Walk your feet to the edges of your mat. Walk your hands a little bit wider than you normally would. Now you can do this with your knees on the floor if you like. We're going to tap opposite hand to opposite shoulder. So you're going to keep your left hand down, tap your left shoulder with your right hand. And then release the right hand down. And then switch. And as much as you comfortably can, keep going. You're going to keep your pelvis as steady as possible. So that will involve working your core to stabilize. So squeeze your belly, squeeze your ribs. Try stay as stable as you can. So there will be some movement. That's okay, that's normal. Keep it going. We've got 4 more and you're done. For 4, lower, 3, lower, last 2, lower, last 1, lower the hand, drop the knees, come to sit. Again, sit any way that you like, either on your heels or cross-legged. And then you just take your right arm up to the sky and bend your right elbow. Take your hand behind your head and then hold your right elbow with your left hand. Try to keep your spine tall and try not to push your head forward if you can. And then release and switch. And then arms wide. And bring your right arm across your body. Bring your left arm under. Just hold above your elbow and squeeze in. And then drop your left ear to your left shoulder. And then lift your head. Release and switch. So now your left arm crosses your body. Right hand holds above your elbow. And then drop your right ear to your right shoulder. And then lift your head, release your arms, give your shoulders a little bit of a shrug back and then forward. Good job, you're done. Have a beautiful day and I'll see you next time. Bye.